Welcome to the podcast. Tonight, we are taking a long journey through one of the most fascinating transport systems in the world, London transportation in 2026. London is a city constantly moving. Every minute, underground trains arrive beneath the streets. Buses cross bridges above the River Thames. Black taxis navigate crowded roads. Riverboats travel quietly through the heart of the city. Millions of people depend on transportation every single day. Workers rushing to offices, students traveling to universities, tourists exploring famous landmarks, artists, musicians, businesspeople, travelers, dreamers. London transport connects all of them together. But transportation in London is more than movement. It is atmosphere, the sound of trains echoing through underground tunnels, the glow of red buses moving through rainy streets at night, the quiet movement of riverboats beneath Tower Bridge. These things create the feeling of London itself. In tonight's episode, we will slowly explore every part of transportation in London, from the underground and red buses to airports, railways, river transport, cycling culture, technology, and the future of movement inside one of the world's greatest cities. So relax, put on your headphones, and let's begin our journey through London. Part 1. Early morning beneath the city. Before sunrise, London already begins moving. Underground stations slowly fill with people carrying coffee cups and bags while trains arrive beneath the streets every few minutes. Escalators carry thousands of passengers downward into tunnels filled with announcements, footsteps, and the distant sound of trains. The London Underground, often called the Tube, remains the heart of the city's transportation system in 2026. It is impossible to fully understand London without experiencing the Underground. The system feels alive. Some stations are modern and filled with digital technology. Others still preserve old architecture from another century. Bright advertisements cover the walls while musicians perform in long station corridors. Every line has its own atmosphere. The Central Line often feels crowded and intense. The Jubilee Line feels more modern and futuristic. Older stations on the Bakerloo Line feel historic and almost cinematic. During rush hour, passengers move quickly and silently through the stations. Many people avoid eye contact and focus on phones, music, books, or thoughts. Yet despite the crowded atmosphere, the Underground somehow continues functioning with remarkable precision. Trains arrive constantly beneath the enormous city above. Millions of journeys happen every day, and somehow London keeps moving. Part 2. Mind the gap. One of the most famous sounds in London is the phrase, "Mind the gap between the train and the platform." Visitors from around the world immediately recognize this announcement. It has become part of London culture itself. Small details like this shape the atmosphere of the city. The sound of train doors closing, the movement of air inside tunnels, the echo of footsteps late at night. For many London residents, these sounds become part of everyday life. Some people spend years traveling through the Underground every morning and evening. It becomes routine, yet for visitors, the system often feels exciting and overwhelming at the same time. Looking at the famous tube map for the first time can feel confusing. Colored lines stretch across the city in every direction. But after a few days, people slowly begin understanding how London connects together underground. Part 3. Red buses and rainy streets. Above the underground tunnels, another symbol of London moves through the city every day, the famous red double-decker bus. In 2026, these buses remain one of the most recognizable vehicles in the world. Tourists love sitting on the upper floor near the front window while watching London pass by slowly outside. During rainy evenings, bus journeys become especially atmospheric. Water reflects city lights across the streets while passengers quietly look out through fogged windows. London feels different from the top floor of a bus. Slower somehow, more personal. Unlike underground trains, buses allow passengers to truly experience the city visually. Big Ben appears beside the River Thames. Tower Bridge glows at night. Crowded streets in Soho feel alive with music and conversation. In quieter neighborhoods, old houses and cafes pass slowly outside the windows. Some visitors ride buses without any destination simply because they enjoy the atmosphere. London buses are no longer only transportation. They are part of the city's identity. Part 4. Black taxis and the knowledge. Black taxis remain another essential part of London life. Taxi drivers in London are famous for something called the knowledge. To become licensed drivers, they must memorize thousands of streets, landmarks, hotels, restaurants, and routes across the city. This process can take years of study and practice. Even in 2026, when navigation apps exist everywhere, taxi drivers continue preserving this tradition. Many London residents deeply respect black cab drivers because of their experience and understanding of the city. Inside taxis, conversations often become part of the journey itself. Drivers speak about weather, football, politics, history, or daily London life. Some share incredible stories about the city and the people they have met over the years. At night, black taxis moving through illuminated streets create one of the most iconic images of London. Part 5. Train stations like cities. London's railway stations feel enormous and full of life. Places like King's Cross, Waterloo, Paddington, Liverpool Street, and Victoria Station connect London to the rest of Britain. Early mornings inside these stations feel intense and energetic. Coffee shops open before sunrise while travellers rush between platforms carrying luggage and backpacks. Large digital boards display arrivals and departures while announcements echo through enormous halls. Some stations combine beautiful historical architecture with modern technology. Glass roofs allow sunlight to enter huge station interiors filled with movement and sound. Train travel remains one of the most relaxing ways to explore England. Leaving London by train slowly reveals the countryside beyond the city. Buildings disappear and green fields begin stretching across the landscape. Villages, rivers, forests, and hills pass quietly outside the windows. Part 6. River transport and the Thames. Long before underground trains existed, the River Thames served as London's main transportation route. Even today, river transport remains important. In 2026, river boats continue growing in popularity among both tourists and local residents. Traveling by boat feels completely different from traveling underground or by bus. The atmosphere becomes calm and peaceful. Passengers stand outside watching the skyline slowly move beside the water. Tower Bridge rises above the river while modern skyscrapers reflect sunlight across the Thames. During sunset, river journeys become unforgettable experiences. The sky changes color while city lights slowly appear along the riverbanks. London looks incredibly beautiful from the water. Part 7. Cycling through London. Cycling culture in London continues growing every year. In 2026, bike lanes and environmentally friendly transportation systems have become far more common. Rental bicycles are available across the city, allowing residents and tourists to travel more freely. Cycling offers a completely different experience of London. Riders move through parks, riverside paths, and smaller streets hidden from crowded tourist areas. Early morning cycling beside Hyde Park or the River Thames feels calm and refreshing before the city becomes busy. Many younger residents now prefer bicycles because they avoid traffic and crowded underground stations. London continues trying to balance modern transportation needs with environmental responsibility. Part 8. Airports and International London. London is one of the world's most connected international cities. Airports like Heathrow, Gatwick, and Stansted connect Britain to almost every continent. Every day, thousands of flights arrive carrying visitors from around the world. Airports feel emotional. Arrivals, goodbyes, new beginnings. For some people, arriving in London represents opportunity and excitement. For others, leaving London feels emotional after years spent inside the city. In 2026, airports continue becoming more automated and technologically advanced. Yet despite modern systems, the human emotions connected to travel remain unchanged. Part 9. Night transport and the atmosphere of London. Late at night, transportation in London feels completely different. Underground stations become quieter. Buses move slowly through glowing streets beneath rain and reflections. Some passengers travel home silently after long days at work. Others return from restaurants, theaters, concerts, or nightlife. The atmosphere feels calmer and more cinematic at night. London transportation after midnight reveals another side of the city. A quieter side, more reflective somehow. Looking through a bus window during a rainy London night creates memories many people never forget. Part 10. The future of transport in London. London transportation continues evolving rapidly. Electric buses, environmentally friendly systems, smart technology, and digital infrastructure are transforming how people move through the city. Autonomous transportation technologies may become more common in the future. The city continues investing in cleaner energy and sustainable systems. Yet despite modernization, London still preserves its unique transport identity. The underground, the red buses, the black taxis, these things remain symbols of London recognized around the world. Transportation in London is far more than trains, buses, roads, and stations. It is movement, atmosphere, daily life. It connects millions of people together every day inside one enormous city. From underground tunnels and crowded platforms, to peaceful river journeys and rainy nighttime bus rides, London transportation creates experiences people remember for years. Thank you for joining me on this long journey through London transportation in 2026. I hope this episode helped you relax, improve your English, and experience the atmosphere of life inside one of the world's most fascinating cities. See you in the next podcast episode. Goodbye.